first things first, mega shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Second of all, don't start a YouTube channel. Here's why. That's insane! What are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 4th of July! You're gonna get in so much trouble in this car.
Pull over and please subscribe to the channel.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're headed up to Park City right now because we gotta go get the bumper. So the GTR, we already picked it up. We dropped it off at Brad's, which that's a whole nother story. The trans was an absolute disaster. I honestly, I'm embarrassed to say how much I spent on that transmission. But to the topic at hand, we're running low on time already. We gotta head over to Clayton's. And a little cutout action. Windows, yes sir. I don't know if you knew this truck has 3 speeds. Here, there, and gone. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the fastest truck in this side of Mississippi. Obviously, I'm kidding. This truck is actually very slow. But you know, it looks and it sounds good doing it. And that's half the battle. America! Why is everything that I own so obnoxious? There he is. This is what Clayton really does in his off time. Obviously, I'm totally kidding. Clayton absolutely brought his A game on this wrap, as he does with every other wrap. It looks insanely good. I'm so stoked to show you guys the color. Okay guys, we're gonna get this loaded up in the truck right now. If you aren't already, please go follow the man, the myth, the legend, Clayton at Summit Auto Lab. I'm seriously, I could not be more happy with how the whole car turned out. So stoked to show you guys the color again. And I'm not kidding, check this out. When I say the truck is slow, it's slow. Go, 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 go. 35, 40, 45, come on! 60! Oh, that was painful. Now part of it is because the Gen 1 Raptor, it's kind of a dog, but the other part is because it has 37-inch tires. Those are some big hefty boys, it takes a lot of power and a lot of torque. So as we transport the bumper to Brad's shop, let me fill you in just a little bit about the nightmare that has been my life since I started YouTube. And obviously I say nightmare jokingly. I don't want to come across as ungrateful. It's just, it's been a dream too. It's been an absolute dream come true, but it's also a nightmare. Double-edged sword. Welcome to the GTR shop master himself, Brad at PPC. I feel like that's probably the best way to describe it. A double-edged sword, because it comes with some expectations, right? On the plus side, I've been able to buy some cool cars that I've wanted my entire life. Negative side, bills. And this is just one of many. That's for the transmission, which happens to be delivered inside there. We got a transmission, we're good to go. Can we talk about inspiration for a minute? One of my favorite things to talk about is inspiration, because I feel like it's very closely tied to motivation. And one of my absolutely favorite ways to get inspired and motivated is to learn from some of my favorite creators out there, which brings me to Skillshare. So mega shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I genuinely have used Skillshare to learn from some of my favorite creators on planet Earth, 2 in particular by the names of Yoon Olsen and Benjamin Ortega. These dudes are like some of the funniest, best YouTubers, I think, on planet Earth, and they just happen to be instructors on Skillshare as well. So when I learned that I had the opportunity to feast my eyeballs on how they do things, they're behind the scenes, because it felt like more of a job shadow than a class. Like I got hands-on learning experience of what cameras they use, their thought process behind shots, and everything else that goes into creating their content. So personally, I have a background in photography and videography, so that's what I picked. I use Skillshare as a tool to further my skill set in those areas. And Skillshare has classes to fit any schedule and any skill level on topics ranging from photography, videography, freelancing, things even in the automotive space. They have automotive photography specific classes that you can learn from if you just want to learn how to shoot cars. And it's tailored specifically for learning, meaning there's no ads. There's no distractions, no ads, nothing standing between you and following where your creativity takes you. I firmly believe and stand by every human was born to create. So whether you're a dabbler or a pro, a hobbyist or a master, you're creative. Discover what you can create with classes for every skill level. And if you go to the first link in the description below, the first 1,000 people are gonna catch a 1-month free trial. So look at me in the eyeballs, support those who support us. Mega shout out again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. So here she is. The day has finally arrived to put the trans back in the GTR. Again, we're gonna gray this out. I'm not quite ready to show you guys the color, but it looks absolutely insane. Clayton killed it. So we've got the rear subframe out right here, the trans right here. And first of all, before we get into any of this, mega shout out to Brad. Brad's the absolute man. He had this out, sent off to Shep in like a matter of a couple days. And then even when Shep had it, as soon as he looked at it, it was fixed and like ready to send back within like, I think it was 1 or 2 days. So I couldn't be more over the moon to get the trans back in the car. It's gonna be so nice to drive this car again. I feel like I haven't driven it forever, but it doesn't come without a price. So we did the full Shep rebuild on it. We've got an actual laundry list of parts all done to it. It should be good for the max that we can push out of the stock motor, which should be in the neighborhood of 900 horsepower. Maybe we upgrade the clutches a little bit more. We could probably hit close to 1,000. Coming to a grand total, ladies and gentlemen, of $7,675.97. And I know what you're saying, Stefan, that's a lot of money. And you'd be right. But if you know anything about GTRs or GTR parts, GTR transmissions, that's just getting started. This is James's transmission. Think in the neighborhood of like more than double that. This is like, I think this is a Shep Stage 3 with, Brad said, the drag pack on it. So it's got this like gnarly bracing, a bunch of other stuff that mine doesn't have. But he's gonna be well into the thousands horsepower wise, hence the price.
Now it's wild, shit a trip. Life is litty, the gift, so I'm in. I don't really like that. Drip like fish in the splash button.
And that's just the trans. My beautiful, loving, adorable wife lovingly suggested that I total up how much I've spent on the GTR in total. So you take the cost of the transmission, that's $7,675. Then you add in the cost of the front bumper, the carbon fiber hood, the Nismo wing, the carbon fenders, carbon canards, the D2 racing coilovers with the front lift system. Then factor in all the other odds and ends, like I got new fender badges, the wheels, the paint, and every other odd and end that went into the build. When it's all said and done, you're coming up on $28,300. Like when you consider everything, that's just on the GTR, $28,300. Also the Corvette, I think it's 11 or 12,000 for the motor build. Now granted, we're gonna have a super sick GTR. That money's not lost. I could sell the car, I could sell the parts. It's obviously content for the YouTube channel, so it makes sense, but it's a lot of freaking money. It's more money than I thought I'd be spending in the first year of my YouTube channel. And if you put that in perspective, that's between 2 cars. So you add those 2 up, $28,300, maybe another $11,000 for the Corvette. We're gonna like $39,000, $40,000 between those 2 cars just in mods, just in aftermarket stuff. And that's for a Corvette, a 2008 Corvette and a 2013 GTR. To put that in perspective, imagine what it's like on this guy's level. And so much more important than the money invested, it's the time invested. Like I spend way more time away from my family than I ever thought I would. But fortunately, my beautiful wife and my 2 beautiful daughters, they support me more than I deserve sometimes. And I don't say this to discourage anybody from starting a YouTube channel. It's more just like, these were things that I didn't think about when I first started. But just a quick side note, what is this? And that's the funny thing about getting to use James' shop from time to time, because I get to like peek on these. First of all, thank you, James, for letting me borrow your shop. But I also get these like weird glimpses into the life of James that, you know, just really makes you think, what's going on inside that head of his? Oh, my Uber's here. Look at this guy. You guys ever had an Uber ask you for an Otter Pop?
Okay,
look at this. You want snacks.
You're the one that's
no tip for you. 1 out of 5 out of 5 stars.
You're
really.
picking up your stupid car in a monsoon right now. Okay, like not even crazy. Look at it.
The night,
oh my gosh,
continues to get crazier and crazier.
Those are not the first ones we've seen. If you put your car in a ditch, I'm leaving. You call the emergency, call Luke, I'm going home and going to bed.
James keeps trying to talk me out of it, but he's not successful yet.
I'll turn this truck.
Don't you dare.
I'll do it.
You might, but not on purpose.
True.
There's only one stop you make in the middle of a monsoon. Bro, are you in jammies right now?
Of course, you texted me like 10:30, dude.
It is legit 10:34 right now.
I'm usually in bed cuddling with my dog. Also, did you notice this dude's right there?
I know. Are you in your jammies?
Those dudes.
Look at that.
Expecting.
Fully stocked SpongeBob's. I know, they're ready to go. Yes, sir. I'm contemplating my life choices right now as SpongeBob stares deep into my soul. It's a legit monsoon outside. There were trucks and cars like legitimately flipped around on I-15, and I'm driving the GTR back. It's so relieving to hear that sound. I don't know if this car has started in over like what feels like 2 months. This guy, he can't just give me my moment. Like, I'm over here so excited. He's like, hey, arms folded in his jammies. He's like, you know my flames are gonna be about 2 feet bigger than yours.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's 11 p.m. on a Monday night.
It's because your pockets are deep. You're paying Brad extra for the bigger flames.
Do you blame me? No, you don't. Do you see that trans?
Yes,
You better
I
get
did
used
see
to
that.
trans. 'Cause that trans is gonna be passing that trans very soon.
Oh my gosh, the first time in months she's touching pavement.
You gonna mention the flood that we're walking through right now?
This is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine. This guy's so worried. He's so worried about it.
I'm worried about you, Steffi.
Okay, my feet just got wet.
Yeah, exactly.
The car's still in shambles. I've got parts just chilling right here next to me. Literally no entire back seat. It's so loud in here. You know, I already had to test to make sure the flames still work. James is calling me saying it's scaring Oscar. He's got Oscar in the truck back there. But everything aside, I'm so excited. We've got the GTR back on the road. So we made it here in one piece to the warehouse. James made the very notable observation that we got no taillights.
Or brake lights, or reverse lights, or blinkers.
But we have license plate lights, but no license plate.
Yeah, I guess that's what you tell the officer.
Yeah, look, I have the light. Okay, guys, you know the drill. Get you a friend like James, a guy that comes and helps you at almost midnight.
I go to bed at 10:30, bro.
I know, again, jammies. Noted.
That's the third time you said jammies.
It's a fun word. Go to bed. You know the drill. If you made it this far in the video, you're a real one. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, I'm so excited because I'm gonna do the real unveiling of what the GTR looks like. With the wrap that Clayton absolutely killed it on, I'm so excited to show you guys. I cannot wait. Also, if you're going to SEMA, keep an eye out for it. If you happen to see me, say what's up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the bell. And on that note, see you in the next video.
Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cutthroat from the low, where no love goes. Women buddy like it's been that. When me looking at the bill stack. Off the bubbly buddy, I've been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out. Laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake stuff, only need it from you. Yeah. Crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex, wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up, it's litty wherever we flow. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor and stitch up my wounds, was born a soldier. Flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, better me.